endurance, endure, and keep enduring and grow that endurance. You know, it's one thing to turn up once and shine. But you know, it's another thing altogether to keep turning up, to keep showing up day after day after day. And as I was reflecting about endurance, I couldn't help but reflect on the old school cross country. Now, the cross country at my school for the seniors was 8 kilometres. Now, on that day, I ran so hard for 7.8 kilometres. You see, I remember Nigel Terry, an amazing runner, who was miles in front of all of us, but I was running with Joel Swain and Robbie Sells. Now, at the 7.7k mark, I took off because I wanted that second prize. And I pretended I had energy left, but they both came with me. And that day, at the 200 metres from home, from the finish, I walked. I stopped. I gave up. And I finished 4th. There's no medal for 4th, and I remember seeing those lads get their medals, and I was so disappointed. Now, 2 years later, I decided to repeat Year 12, and it came to the cross country. Now, this time, Sterling Howland, who also, like Nigel Terry, was a brilliant athlete, and I was in second running alongside Zoran Zlatic. And when my body wanted to give up at the 7.8 kilometre mark, my mind said, not this time. And I ran into second place, and that medal meant the absolute world to me because I endured the pain. I endured the voice in my head that was telling me to give up. Now, that's just the school cross country. Well, let's now talk about life. Because life, well, it's hard. There are days when you're hurt. There's days when you want to throw the towel in and give up, but that's when your endurance kicks in. That's when you push through with the grit, the determination, the perseverance. You see, there's an old saying that says you get knocked down 7 times or get up 8. You keep pushing, you keep working, you keep running the race of life. And this life, well, it's certainly not a short sprint. So you need to be intentional with the way you run. Run with that head held high and smile as you run this race. You see, when I was a kid, I watched the movie Chariots of Fire, and I remember being so inspired that I would sleep with my shorts on so I could get up the next morning and run around that old house in Croydon. I ran and joy turned up. Maybe not through the run, but once I'd finished. You see, that's where the prize was. So endure and run this life race, and the reward, it's gonna be waiting. So run well. Run with joy. Just run.